Hey guys, welcome to another battle analysis. Today we've got the almighty White Scars, brand new codex versus my ETC Ynnari Harlequin list. So I'm Stephen Box, and today I'm joined by Jack. How you doing, mate?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, excited for this one?
Yeah, can't wait. Get back into it.
Mate, you are an absolute lover of the Space Marines.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I've been excited as a child all week. I was waiting outside GW yesterday morning, waiting for my codex, waiting for the store to open.
You couldn't even trust Royal Mail, could you?
No, I couldn't. I was literally pouring at the door.
Yeah.
Went to get in.
So today we've got, and we're going to be running an ITC mission. As you know, we're going to be doing mission number 2, which is Cut to the Heart. We're going to go on to the mission shortly, but what we've got for you today is I'm going to be using my Ynnari Harlequin list that I've just recently competed at Serbia for the ETC World Champs, where I was captain of the United Nations team. So I'm bringing you that list as I thought it'd be quite cool to show you guys how I use it on the tabletop, and to see how it fares against today the new Space Marines that Jack's going to be using. So what, using White Scars?
Yeah, using White Scars. I think the rules just come out, so we've thrown together some models that we've got painted.
Yeah.
We looked at what potential combos in there, so we've got some interesting ideas.
Yeah.
It'd be great to see how it kind of plays out. Theory's one thing, but the practicalities is something completely different.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, nice. No, definitely. And guys, the models that we've got are basically painted up as Crimson Fists that I'm working in progress to get that army ready for when that chapter is released. But until then, you can enjoy our Crimson Fist looking army as White Scars. Hey, it's all about the rules, right? This is a competitive channel, so we want to show you the most competitive plays. Now, is this the most optimised list, do you think, Jack?
No, I think there's definitely some work to be done to squeeze an optimisation out, especially with making use of the White Scars rules.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't optimise that. It's got a solid base, it's got some punch, but
yeah.
I think the power in these supplements is very much guides your army builds completely.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see the White Scars. Bikes are great.
Yeah, and not only that, some of the other elements, right? So, for example, their ability to put a unit in outflank now allows you to protect those more fragile shooting units.
Yeah, like a Storm Raven or whatever it could be that you know that you put on the table and get shot.
10 Hellblasters.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they're on the table and they're now in range.
Yeah.
So there's some really cool stuff like that. The other strat I really like, which has been overlooked I think by a lot of people, is fall back in, still shoot.
Yeah.
So now your dreadnoughts, your big tanks that unfortunately suffer from that.
I think it's one massive flaw in the Space Marines that you can wrap them up, but now you've got a strat, so at least one unit can fall back,
still
punch back, and that's not a -1.
No, and that's one of the best things about Death Watch, as you know, that's one of my other main armies, and just having that Vanguard vet in there to allow me to fall back and shoot is so powerful. So I think that's really cool. We've got the new Doctrines. So anyway, guys, we're not going to do a full review of the White Scars because we're going to do that in another video. So make sure you check that out. And what I'll do is I'll link it in the description below. But as you know, we're going to be doing an ITC format mission. And there's one thing I want to say to you right now, guys. If you want to learn more about the ITC, if you're already an ITC player and you just want to clean up all of your knowledge to make sure you understand absolutely everything, or you're thinking about doing ITC and you want to become a better ITC player, then we've got a free mentorship course just for you. It's a 5-video series, and basically you watch each of the lessons that I take you through on how to become a top ITC player just by knowing the rules inside out. And I think so many people suffer from that because they don't quite understand it. So if you want to get access to that free course, all you need to do is check out the link below in the description, and it will just say ITC Masterclass. Check that out, sign up for it, it's completely free, and then also you can then start to reap the reward on the tabletop. So there's those things for you already. If you want to see the lists, then all you need to do is subscribe to our email, which is over on our website www.vanguardtactics.com, and again I'll put a link below. So if you want the lists, if you want the review of the White Scars, and if you want the ITC mentorship program, or masterclass should I say, free access, it's down below, so go and check that out. So cut to the heart, what's the mission, Jack?
So cut to the heart, it's 3 objectives.
Yeah.
1 in the middle, and 1 is placed by each player. The bonus point is holding the middle and your opponents.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite tight, low scoring game on the objectives. It's going to be difficult to get that hold morale. So I think lots of it's going to be based in getting those good secondary scores in, making sure you get that kill.
And get that kill more.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's going to come down to. So we've got some really cool lists lined up for you. So next up is the lists.
So today, taking the brand new Space Marines, using a brand new codex, and the chapter that I've gone for today is White Scars, and making use of the supplement as well. The total army points today is 2,000 points, and I'm split across a double battalion, which gives me 13 CP. So starting with the HQs, I've got a Primaris Captain, who's the guy in the red cloak. I've got a Primaris Lieutenant, which is the guy with the bolt rifle pointing up. And I got a Chaplain in Terminator armour, and a Librarian with the Hawk with the jump pack as well. So my Warlord trait will be, my Warlord will be the Chaplain, and the Warlord trait he'll be taking is Master of Snares. This is a brand new one for the White Scar supplement. So what this does, when an enemy wants to fall back from him, on a 4-up they can't, and I make that roll. So if I need to use a CP on it, I can.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
So that's him. And then the psychic powers that I've gone for today on the Librarian. I've gone for Ride the Winds, which allows a friendly unit within 12 to get +2 to their charge.
Decent.
And he's also taking Storm Weathered, so you could put friendly unit within 12, they then cannot be overwatched as well.
That's decent as well. Nice.
So that's my HQs. All the other equipment is stock, nice and cheap. Moving on to the troops, I've got 3 units of 5 scouts to fill out one of the battalions, and then the other battalion has got 2 units of 5 intercessors and then 1 unit of 10 intercessors, all with the standard bolt rifle.
Nice. And then Relic?
Relic is on the Chaplain, and he's taking the Plume of the Plains Runner. So he gives +1 advance and charge for anyone within 6.
Yeah, and he's taking any other relics?
No, I'm just going to stick with that thing today.
Not the +1 to cast?
No, I'm just going to stick with that.
Oh, it's a big decision!
Stick with that.
Okay.
See how we get on.
Oh, I'd go for that. I think 1 CP +1 to cast constantly is great.
I'll have a think about it.
All right, have a think about it. And we'll tell you pre-game if we go for it.
Yeah.
Because obviously when I play Eldar, I have to spend 1 CP every turn, and I think it's...
They go off on 6s, these powers, so it's little bits. So I'll have a little bit of think, and we'll let you know prior to the game starting.
Cool.
So that's the troops and HQs. And then I've got 1 elite, which is 10 Hammonators.
2, remember, because the Scorpius is also elite.
Okay, so 2 elites, 10 Hammonators, and a Relic Whirlwind Scorpius as well.
So they've all got...
Storm Shields, Thunderhammers.
Nice.
So hopefully you can start to draw the combinations based on the buffing characters there. Very nice. Then 10 Howl Blasters with the standard rapid fire guns. And then the last but not least, the Leviathan Dreadnought, double Storm Cannon array. And that's the list, 2,000 points.
And the Scorpius does have the Whirlwind keyword.
Yeah.
And there's a very good strat, isn't there, which is why we've put this in the list.
And when they released the Dark Angels and the Blood Angels additional FAQ, they also put Forge World in.
Yeah.
So it doesn't break the pure Marine detachment for combat doctrines.
Yeah. And because the Scorpius is a relic, that's why you've also got the Terminators, because you need
at least 1 elite to match up, or heavy support if it's a relic. Yeah.
So you've got the Hellblasters with the Leviathan.
Yeah.
You've got the Termies with the Scorpius.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a cool list.
Yeah. It's been interesting to see how it goes. It's not quite optimised yet because we're all just learning with this codex.
Yeah.
I think we just grabbed some models that are painted that the potential got a bit of play, so we'll see how we get on.
It'd be great to see Terminators now with that +1 attack,
the
extra damage, the the Assault Doctrine, and some of the White Scars stuff is really tasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're looking good. Right, over to my list. So this is my 2,000 point list of Ynnari Harlequins and a Latok Eldar. So this is actually the list that I took to the ETC this year in Serbia, and I thought I'll give you guys, and I'll show you how I've used it, and I'm going to do a full report on how I got on at the ETC, so you can check that video out anyway as a full review of how I got on, and that'll be on an Ask VT. So let me talk you through the list. I've got 3 detachments here. And basically what we've got is the first detachment is a battalion of Eldar, a Latok. We've got 3 units of 5 Dire Avengers. Unfortunately, one of the Dire Avengers I think I've left in Serbia, so we've got a 4-man unit there. So obviously we'll just, when a model dies, I'll put him back. And then we've got a Warlock Skyrunner and a Farseer Skyrunner. That is all a Latok. The powers they've got is Jinx on the Warlock, and then also we've got Executioner in Doom on the Farseer. Okay. I've then also got 3 planes. These are Crimson Hunter Exarchs with star cannons, which should hopefully come into their own today against these Primaris boys. We've then got the Ynnari detachment, and this is where it gets super interesting, and I'm going to do another video explaining my list and all the complexities of it, why I went Ynnari and not Harlequin detachment. So let me talk you through what I've got. I've got the main man himself, the Incarn. The Incarn is an absolute beast. I love the way that he plays, and also he is the Warlord. So basically when I soul burst, and I'm going to do another video on how soul bursting works, but basically, in short, if something dies on the table, I get either fight first, and if I've already charged, I get +1 to hit. So as soon as something dies that turn, I basically, all the Ynnari units then soul burst, and when he is soul bursting, he gets +1 strength and also +1 attack. So he's 7 attacks with strength 7, which is fantastic. And then I've also got a Troop Master that gets me reroll wounds. And what I would normally do is spend a CP on making that Troop Master a Warlord, which means that he can then regenerate CPs for me as I spend them. So then in this Harlequin detachment, we've then got 3 units of 5 Harlequins, or Harlequin troops, and there's an assortment of different types of weapons on there. So I've got 1 squad with lots of the caresses, another squad with only 3, and then 1 with basically just blades to kind of fill out that detachment and also screen. And then what we've also got is then 2 units of 5 Haywire jet bikes, and they've got Zephyrglaives and Haywire. So the Zephyrglaives make them a little bit more punchier in combat, so they're strength 4 -2 damage. And then the Haywire is obviously fantastic at killing vehicles with their D6 shots, hitting on 3s, and then doing mortal wounds on 4, 5s or 6s. So really, really good anti-vehicle unit. So that is my detachment. So over to the secondaries. So the secondaries, I'll talk you through mine. Remember guys, there are 3 secondaries to pick. Each secondary objective is worth 4 points to a maximum of 12 total. So the 3 I'm going to go for is Recon. Basically have one of my units in each of the quarters of the table. My second one is going to be
Mark for Death.
Mark for Death. You've got 4 big units over power level 7.
Yes.
So I'm going to be going for those. You've got the Scorpius, you've got the Leviathan, you've got the Terminators and the 10-man unit of Intercessors.
Yeah.
So they're what I'm going to be trying to kill, because I need to kill them, otherwise they're going to kill me.
Yeah.
So they've got to go. And then finally I'm going to go for Headhunter. You've got 4 characters, and all of them are quite squishy.
Yeah.
No storm shields on there,
no.
And only about 5 wounds apiece. So I think that should be doable for me if I can get my Incarn in there. So they're my 3 secondaries. What secondaries are you going to go for?
So I've got Mark for Death on 2 of the Crimson Hunters and the 2 units jet bikes.
Nice.
I've gone for Engineers, which I'm going to place on the 2 5-man units of Intercessors.
Okay, well, not the Scouts?
No, not Scouts.
Okay.
And then I've gone for Kingslayer on the Incarn.
Nice, nice. And you doing any other spends? Because you were going to think about it.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend 2 CP to make my Captain a Chapter Master.
Nice, because he gets 4 rerolls now.
Yeah. Basically, there's lots of minuses in this list, so that's going to come into its own. I think that's going to do a lot. So I'm going to start the game on 11 CP.
And I'm on 13. So Jack, let's do this. Now it's over to deployment. So this is Jack's deployment phase, and basically what he's doing here is putting the 2 5-man squads of Intercessors behind that near objective 3. There's a little bit of shakiness from the camera there, but it does start to even out. Then what he starts to do is put the Hellblasters behind that middle piece of terrain, and then the Scouts towards the middle of the field, just to start to screen me out slightly. Then he puts the 10-man unit behind the other corner ruins along with the Scorpius Whirlwind, just readjusting those scouts, not quite sure where to put them. Obviously he's worried about my long range charging and then still about screening me out there. So and his characters then also get deployed behind that corner ruins. So now into the Ynnari, or my deployment, and this is really tricky because I know that Scorpius can shoot indirectly for 48 inches, so essentially what I've got here is I've got a couple of backfield objectives that I need to sort of control and hold and make sure that I get my recon. So I'm just kind of measuring out a lot of different threat ranges, kind of then putting it down, seeing what the battlefield will then look like in case I go first, or what would happen if I go second. So there's a little bit here of just kind of pre-measuring, moving some models around, and just making sure that everything's in the right place. So I've got the blue squad of Harlequins in the corner, the Harlequin bikes, and obviously the bikes are the things that I need to keep well protected. I put my infantry down in the centre, the Incarn near the middle to give everything a 6-up feel no pain, and then what I do is actually in the end basically take off those Harlequins second squad and put those in deep strike. Now I've got my planes in front of my characters and they can't be targeted.
So Steve won the roll off to pick deployment sides, so Steve picked this side, so I then deployed first, so it's up to me if I want to choose to go first or not.
Yep.
I think I'm going to do it.
You're going to go for it?
Yeah, I'm going to go for it. There's not that much in line of sight, but hopefully I can try and chip away a kill in this first round and move on to some objectives.
Nice. Do I want to seize? That's the question. Do I want to seize? Would be nice to push out a little bit, and if I can get rid of some of your hell blasters, that might be nice, as they could lay down a bit of a punishment. But no, I'm going to go second. I'm going to go second.
Cool.
Would I have seized anyway? Oh, I would have! There's a big 6. Anyway, so over to you, mate. So secondaries are, just for the viewers quickly.
So I've got Mark for Death on the two planes,
which are on the outskirts side.
Yep. And the 2 units of bikes, which you've got one in deep strike.
Yep.
And then I've got engineers and the 2 units intercessors over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got Kingslayer on the Incarn.
Cool, nice. So what is your what one thing you're going to try and hold this turn?
I'm going to hold my home objective,
mm-hmm.
and I'm probably going to drop onto that centre objective as well, just to make you deal with those scouts.
Yeah.
And try and kill one of these units of Harleys to get a kill.
And that's where your Scorpius is going to come into its own.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. That's the only reason why I was thinking of going first.
Yeah.
If I can get rid of him, then it saves a lot of my units. But I think for me, I want to go second, just because of the way my army plays.
Yeah.
And you've got your deep strikers, so I'm going to have a turn to hopefully zone them out. Then you're going to have to show your hand. So anyway, sometimes there is benefit of going second. Let's see if it paid off. If not, I wasted my seize roll. I might not ever get another one. So anyway, Jack, over to you, mate. Best of luck.
Right, let's do it.
Let's have a good game. So Jack, how did your turn 1 go?
Pretty uneventful. I actually need to find the intercessors.
Okay, cool. We can do that in a second.
Yeah, but so I moved the Hellblasters up into range and a few shots, took 3 wounds off that, moved some scouts onto the centre objective, pulled my intercessors forward to get in range, which I'll shoot in a minute. The Scorpius left 1 Harlequin left alive. Bit unfortunate, trying to get a kill there.
Yeah.
Could spend 2 CP. I think I'll need those CP later, so I'm going to have to just wear that turn 1. Hopefully,
I saved pretty well on the 4-ups, didn't I? The first turn.
Yeah.
Because you get 3D3 shots.
Yeah. So I'm a bit unlucky there. If I spend 2 CP, I'll almost guarantee it, but I want to save those for later, so a bit more tasty. And we had a good discussion about, it is good to get a kill, but if you think your opponent's going to get the kill more anyway, why waste it? Yeah.
So
I felt like in this round, I'm not going to get kill more. It's got lots of unit scouts jotting about, like the unit scouts instead of a table you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So you'll at least get a kill.
Yeah.
So the best I can do is draw it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth spending 2 CP on it? I don't think it is.
No.
Hopefully I'll need those later on.
So we'll quickly wrap up your shooting for the intercessors, then we'll be on to my turn.
Yeah.
Cool. So my turn 1, this is what I'm thinking at the moment. Got to deal with these scouts that are on that objective. I don't really want to push, also I don't need to take a morale check because the Incarn makes Ynnari models fearless when they're within 6, so they're fine. So I've got an easy kill there, so I might not risk this too much. But basically I know that these Terminators are going to try and hit. My objective's over here, so what I'm thinking Jack's probably going to want to do if I was him is hit this as hard as he can. So what I'm going to try and do is zone out using my planes so that he can't deep strike close to my area in the corner where my objective is. Also what I need to try and do is stop him getting his engineers. So if I can somehow, I'm in a bit of a predicament here because I can either zone out with my planes or I can fly my planes over and try and kill the units that are scoring him engineers. So a bit of a dilemma I'm in there. Maybe what I can do is use the Harlequins to push forward, clear those off in combat and just get an easy quick kill, and then I'll get the hold more as well. And this is the reason why I wanted to go second, was because my army is super fragile, so I need to be very, very efficient with the targets that I'm choosing. Somebody that's a lot more durable can be a little bit more kind of confident when they go first, whereas I can't do that. I need to be very efficient with what I'm doing because I don't have models to waste, okay? So that's what I'm going to try and go for. I'll see if I can pick up recon. I might have to sacrifice this turn because I'm going to want to try and zone out, but I need to bear that in mind. For the I can only score that over 4 turns while I've got units on the board that can actually achieve that for me. So that's what I'm going to go for, and we'll see if I can prevent Jack from scoring his secondaries. So that was the end of my turn 1. I'll be honest, pretty successful turn for me. So let's head over down to the table and I'll show you kind of what happened. I made some ridiculous charges. Not that I really needed it, but I made like, I think my average was like an 11-inch charge. That's what you need when you come down from deep strike. But anyway, I left the one remaining man behind here to get me recon, and so he's in that corner. I then advanced forward with these guys to make the charge, so that means I got my recon for that corner. And then what I did was, with the units of Harleys in here, I auto-advanced them 6, and then these guys also advanced in the Troop Master. They all made their charge, wiped out that unit of scouts in combat. I then zoned out with my units of Dire Avengers, and basically I've made sure that between 9 inches to here, from this guy and here, that the Terminators won't be able to come in at any point here. And there should be about 18 between that, 9 between there and there, roughly 9, so you won't be able to put a unit here, which is really good. I've zoned out this backfield. I've got my objective, I've got the middle, so that means I've got the kill and I've got the kill more. And I also got my recon point because the planes are obviously getting me that point. 3 planes shot 5 intercessors, killed them. I had to use a reroll on the last one just to finish off the damage. And then my Harlequin bikes advanced 22 inches and then made the charge into the line that were within an inch of the ruin. If they were over an inch away, I wouldn't have been able to do that, but because they were, I was able to get in combat just within an inch, and I played some stratagems so they rerolled all failed wounds to annihilate that unit. So what that basically means now is I've got rid of both of Jack's engineers, so that's really good for me because now Jack won't be able to score 4 of the secondary points. So I've kind of putting Jack on the back foot here. I don't have enough movement to consolidate through the ruin because I'm a bike to get his objective for the time being, but I'm in a strong position in that corner. So Jack is on the back foot now, unfortunately, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
But he's still got most of his points really in the power in deep strike. So it's going to be interesting is to see what happens next. The Hellblasters are untouched, they've lost 1 guy. The big unit of intercessors over there. The Mark for Death units that I've got to kill are going to be incredibly hard for me to kill. And I'm kind of out of position now with my Farseer and Warlock, which help my planes kind of work. So it's going to be tricky, but I just need to keep the pressure on now and hopefully capitalise on any mistakes that Jack then makes. We'll see what I can do. So that was a good first round there for me, and really pleased with that first round, getting the kill more, the hold more, and also the recon point that I desperately needed, because obviously you can only get that once per turn. You might have noticed during Jack's movement phase, you could see him using a spare flyer base. We've covered this before, but it's a really good tactic just to make sure that, you know, a flyer can't sneak behind your lines and, you know, essentially snipe out a character. So Jack did really, really well there. A little bit unfortunate that I kind of was able to put so much pressure onto that flank and basically take away Jack's engineers. So Jack's not going to be able to score any of those engineers points, but it's not all over yet. If he gets a quick easy Kingslayer against me, or he stops me getting my recon and, you know, takes away my planes, for example, then it could start to swing back the other way. But first battle round, 5-1 to the Eldar and myself, so let's see what Jack can do in his next turn. Right, Jack, what's your plan for this turn?
Right, I think Steve touched on it at the end of his last turn. Up against it now, losing my engineers is massive, so that's 4 secondary points that have gone. I'm generally out of position as well, so the objectives are all on this half of the table. Generally my forces are on the other half of the table. So now I just need to try and claw as many points back as possible. So I think the plan is, generally my targets are going to be the front flyer and the unit of jet bikes down in the corner, because that means he'll struggle to hold that objective because the flyer...
Let's have a quick look at that. Nice, so that's what we're looking at the moment.
So I'm looking to clear these bikes, try and take at least one of the planes out, then you'll struggle to hold that objective in your turn.
Yeah.
And then start to shut down some of that recon.
Yeah.
Definitely clear these ones off.
Yeah.
Maybe use a Scorpius on this unit, or maybe try and take out this one man here.
Yep. Because I've got that lone guy having denying you some deep strike.
Yeah, so if I get him, then the Terminators maybe... I think the Terminators keep in a pocket for the time being. There's no good charge at the moment, so I think I need to hold on to them. And you've got your bikes in reserve as well. Yeah. So intercessors need to come across the board. I may use a stratagem to move them twice as a White Scar strat.
That's nice.
I'll measure some distances and things like that. The Scorpius can do its work. The Leviathan's going to drop down and help shift some of those planes, those Help Blasters over there, I think.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Nice, mate. Well, at the end of the day, tournament, if you know maybe turn 1 didn't go the way you wanted, I've got a quick army, I can out deploy people, so you've just got to play for as many points as you can and capitalise on any mistakes I make. Jackie boy, how did it go, mate?
Right, good turn. Well, I managed to kill a lot, so the retaliation firepower much less. Yeah. Still obviously not in the right position, but I'm making my way into the right positions now.
What do you think of those the new stratagems now, by the way?
Stratagems work very well. So what happened, if we come down to the table, my Hell Blasters came across, Leviathan deep struck in, so there was the unit of bikes and there was the unit and the flyer there.
So you can spend 1 CP and he has to be within, it's like an outflank, isn't it? So you were 9 inches away and within 6 of the board edge, this edge here. Oh, sorry.
So I made sure I was within 12 of the Elator flyer to negate that -1.
Yeah, that was up there.
Then I played 1 CP for Big Guns Never Tire to ignore the penalty for moving.
Yep.
And then I spent 1 CP for Wisdom of the Ancients to give everyone reroll 1s.
Yeah.
Then the Chaplain gave the Hell Blasters +1 to hit with his litanies.
Yeah.
So that means that the Hell Blasters couldn't kill themselves on an overcharge.
Yeah.
If there's no negative.
Yeah.
So I started off by clearing both units of Harlequins in the centre of the board.
So the scout shot in the troop unit in here. The Sakaran did an absolute job, didn't he? Cleared 2 units.
Yeah.
And then the Incarn popped over in that guy's space.
I thought about charging, but I think I spent 2 CP to fire the Whirlwind again at him. Absolutely whiffed and did no damage. Hopefully I was going to try and kill him. Because my scouts are in trouble there.
Maybe if you take him down to 1 wound left.
Then I probably would charge.
With their attacks now, with the extra 1, with like,
But with 11 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, I would do it. But not with 5 wounds.
And these guys advanced, didn't they?
They advanced just to try and get back across the board. So the Hell Blasters were in 12 of the flyer. So they weren't at -1, so hitting on 3s. So the +1. So they overcharged and killed the flyer, and then 3 killed the last Harlequin at the back. And
I spent 2 CPs to keep my to lightning fast my Harlequin bikes, which the
Leviathan
picked up.
Because -2, he's still hitting on 4s, then re-rolling 1s. and it was a very good roll.
It was a good roll.
Yeah.
And I didn't save great, and obviously every 2 that I failed kills a bike.
Yeah.
So that was really...
It was just enough to wipe the squad.
Yeah, it was a really effective turn of shooting, mate. So
so she needs to try and get across this board,
yeah.
keep working her way back, try and get on some objectives.
So you now get the whole kill point,
yeah.
and you killed, what, 3 units?
The 2 units Harleys, 4 units in the flyer.
4 units, so
four.
I'm going to have to kill 5 to get the kill more.
Yeah.
Then that's going to be tough. But I should get the hold more.
Yeah.
So that's what I need to play for now.
Definitely, yeah. You've already got the hold more.
Yeah.
The only way I could get onto A objective was coming here.
And the Terminators are still out, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still a Deep
coming.
Strike and a Librarian, yeah.
Cool. Alright, mate. Well, over to me then. Right, guys, my turn 2. So this is what I'm thinking so far. I'm going to try and get recon for another turn. Jack left me this lone guy that's doing an absolute number over here for me, which I'm really glad he didn't decide to shoot him. I was worried if he would have spent 2 CPs and killed this guy, it would have really hindered me to get recon. But because I've got him, that helps me a lot there. I'm going to push my bubble out a little bit more with the Dire Avengers, and then what I'm going to do is I've left myself a 6-inch charge between the Incarn and the unit of Hellblasters, so I'm hopefully make that charge. And strange things have happened. Use my Psychers, he can do some smites on this scout squad, and then what I'm going to basically do is use my planes to fly over and screen out from this big unit here of intercessors so that they can't shoot my characters, and then the troop master can hopefully run in and finish off any of those scouts there so I can get the hold more. Well, I mean, I've got the hold more anyway. Then what I can try and do is basically deep strike my Harlequin bikes on that objective, haywire Leviathan as best as I can, and if they do well with the combination of the shots from the 2 planes, maybe if I kill the Leviathan this turn with Doom and Jinx and all that good stuff, because they'll be in range, and I get that charge off with the Incarn, then I can wipe out majority of those Hellblasters, hopefully kill that, get the bonus point for controlling the middle and that end one, and then I'm just going to really start to put the pressure on Jack from a points perspective, but and then do what I can to keep the Incarn alive, because he is my one trick. Okay, so that's the wrap up of my turn 2. It was okay actually. I rolled well on my amount of shots with my Harley bikes that came in, as I said, on the Leviathan, but I didn't roll so great on the wounds. And you've got a really nice strat where you ignore them on 5s. Only ignored 1, but it did mean I had to put my 2 Crimson Hunters in. I had to power up Jinx and Doom on him, and the Leviathan still left with 2 wounds left. My Incarn did make a charge. I didn't roll the best on the damage, I rolled quite a lot of 1s, so I had to CP 1, and I did manage to kill 6 Hellblasters in the end there, which was good. Sorry, 5 Hellblasters, 1 had already died, so there's 4 Hellblasters left. They're currently in combat, as is the Chaplain. I took a wound back in return, and what I've done is I've just got my recon for the 2nd time. Got this guy over here, Harley's obviously over there, and that plane is in that quarter, so that's kind of worked out quite nicely. I did get the hold more and a hold, and I did get a kill because I killed the scouts as well.
Yeah. I got the bonus point as well.
And I got the bonus point because I controlled Jax and the middle. So that's good. If it wasn't killing the scouts, I wouldn't have even got a kill, but Jack did get the kill more. And we forgot to mention that Jack did actually get in his turn, he got 2 of his mark for death, the bikes and 1 of the planes there. So yeah, I'm up on points. Jack can still, he's got a nice strat, he can fall back and shoot. I might, if I lose my Incarn this turn, I'm in trouble. Because that's a maximum 4 points straight away, but I've got some CPs in the bank, maybe lightning fast, stuff like that to keep him alive. Would I normally play that? Probably not, but I know that Leviathan is on his last bracket now, so he's hitting on 4s, yeah, so that does help a little bit. But he gets 20 shots, so pack's still...
Hopefully Listenese goes off and get back up to a 3.
Oh yeah, of course you can get that off, yeah, with the old Chaplain.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a bad little turn. We'll see what I can do next. I've still got plenty of things I can use. I've still got lots more threats on the table, and I've got good board presence and control at the moment, which I need to keep and maintain. But those Terminators are likely to come in as well, which I need to bear in mind. I've just pushed out my screen a little bit more, making sure that those can't come anywhere here. There's 18 inches between my 2 units. There's 9 inches between there, 9 inches between the corners of both. That's where a lot of people get caught out, is they don't do the diagonals between the board edge. and obviously this is zoning out a bit more so of the planes, so hopefully it means that the Terminators are going to be pressed somewhere they don't want to be, which might be over there, and again away from my objective, so we'll see what Jack can do. So just a quick game or battle round summary. This was battle round 2. So after that, Jack is now on 5 with his kill and kill more and his 2 mark for death secondary points, and then I am on 10 with a kill, a hold more, the bonus point, and 2 or my second recon point. Yet to get any mark for death or also headhunter, but obviously I've developed a pretty good lead at this point. Jack is now going to have to work incredibly hard to get me off his objective, because that's obviously scoring me that bonus point and a hold. But if he can do that this turn, he's got those Terminators to come in, things could start to change, Jack could start to catch up, and if he plays defensively, then he'll be able to do that. And I just need to make sure that I don't play too aggressive at this point and overstretch myself and ultimately lose too many units too quickly and then not have anything for the remainder of the 4 turns. So Jack, what's the plan?
So this turn, need to kill the Incarn, because he's 4 points to me. So he's got to go, he's a big threat. I'm set up to do that with the Leviathan there. I need to ideally try and get onto some objectives as well. I need to start getting at least 1 point from holding.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the plan. So hopefully try and deal with the bikes in the corner, because they're also a secondary point. Deal with the Incarn. Not sure about the flyers. I may use the Sakaran to get him for an easy kill this turn. Maybe go on to another unit of Dire Avengers as well, because I can't target the characters because I won't be able to get through the flyers.
Yeah.
Tempted to slingshot my intercessors using the White Scar strap to double move, and potentially start charging some characters in the centre of the board. But I'll have a look at. I need to read some of the other CPs that I can combine with that, because I know I can shoot after advance. So I need to do some measurements, because if I can move up to here and still shoot and then charge, there might be some in there. But unfortunately, I don't think I have enough movement to get past the flyers. So you scream me out there. If I could move here and get near to these characters,
I'll just show what Jack's pointing towards. No, that's fine. So you've got these boys over here. They're thinking about slingshotting them through that gap, and maybe getting a cheeky charge on my Warlock, perhaps.
Yeah. So the White Scar's ability allows them to move and charge, and there's a strat to move. Double your movement, and then you can advance as well. So it'll be 12 plus d6.
By the way, these Terminators there are not there.
Just brought them over ready to deep strike.
But you think there is a gap over here, right?
Yeah.
So that's maybe where they're going to be going over here, getting that extra charge on these boys, and you would pick them up for fun.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see what happens over there. So Jack, talk us through your turn, mate.
Right, so priority number 1 was to kill the Incarn. Unfortunately, I had an absolute whiffer and did 1 wound to him. Steve did play lightning fast reactions on him, so the Leviathan was back to hitting on 4s because the listenings went off. So just did not have a good. Then I shot the Hellblasters in, and they killed them all. Killed themselves.
You rolled a lot of 2s, and without having any re-rolls nearby.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe where we need always the chapter master with them, just so that they always get that re-rolls.
The Incarn's a massive threat, and he's worth 4 points. I really wanted him dead, but Benny tickled him, but that's that. So what I did do, in the shooting phase, the Sakaran killed a lone man over here.
Yep, so that's Sakaran in the corner, blipped away him.
Picked up the easy kill.
Yep.
And then his second round of shooting hit the plane.
Yep.
And did like 8 damage.
So that was good.
Yeah,
that was real good.
And then the intercessors, I played rapid fire on them. They didn't move. Put 40 shots into it with 4 re-rolls and finished it off. Yeah,
and it's nice to be able to see a unit of just 10 intercessors to be able to do like 6 or 7 damage to a plane.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Yeah.
Obviously, the 4 re-rolls makes a big difference there. So that was my last. So that was my 3rd mark for death there.
And it's so good to see the chapter master only being 2 CPs with full re-rolls now.
So
just good. Makes that, and then you absolutely smash these boys.
Yeah, and then the Terminators dropped in, charged them. They got me on that objective as well. Now I'll take some shifting.
So that now gets you 2 more mark for death because you killed the plane, and this one here. So you've maxed out your mark for death, which is decent, and then also you've got a hold, and you killed how many units?
1, 2, 3 units.
3 units. So you're probably going to get the kill more again because I'm going to struggle to kill 3, and I've still got some headhunters to get, but we'll see what I can do. So guys, we're just in Jack's charge phase now. Because of the psychic power here from the librarian, they dropped down within 9, and you needed a 6-inch charge, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's the relic that he's got for +1.
Yeah.
And then a psychic power for another +2.
And you could have even charged on 3d6, picking the 2 highest, but you're on a 6, you didn't need it, because you can always re-roll 1. Yeah. And then you obviously made that charge. You also cast on these guys so they can't overwatch, which is pretty good, because I average about 20 shots, so I'm going to get some hits through. Now, so how many attacks does each of these guys get each?
So they get 3 each, so 2 base plus shock assault.
Yeah.
So they're up to 3.
And the sergeant gets
4.
Sergeant gets 4,
so
and they're flat damage 3 each because of the thunder hammer. And you spent 1 CP to give them +1 to hit. Now I was in a debate of whether I spend 2 CPs to get -1 to hit, but with how many attacks do you get?
31.
31. Even if you're hitting on 4s, 15 hit. You wound on 2s, so. Yeah, in every one that goes through, kills one. So there's no point. I'm better keeping my CP. So let's see what these boys can do, because they don't see much play.
So 3s, get out of the way.
But it's going to be great if we start to see Terminators back on the board again. Not too bad. Seen better rolls. You've got 1 more 2 there, mate.
And then 2s.
4 ones there.
Yeah.
So all these are on a 4 up, and I don't get any 6 up feel no pain, which is I desperately need on a flat 3 damage. So what's that? 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, just
4, 5. Boom, dead.
That was a very good save roll there.
Yeah, it was a good save roll. But you now get your objective back, and you get that hold, which you all importantly need. So you can now pile in and consolidate, or consolidate 3 inches closer. Nice, mate. Good to see Terminators back on the board. And they're going to be extremely difficult for me to now remove, which is the problem. Cool, so my turn 3, guys. I don't need to worry about zoning out anymore, so I can start to push my troops up a bit further onto that objective. I need to try and remember to get recon again, so that's one thing I need to keep in the back of my mind when I'm in my movement phase. Let's get recon for that 3rd turn. I think it's possible this turn, but the next turn I might start to struggle, where I'm going to be really thin on the ground. So, the Terminators, to be honest, I'm probably going to leave them alone. It really hurt them killing my 300 point unit of Harleys, and I don't have enough to kill them. So at this point in the game, and obviously Jack's here, but it doesn't matter what, this show remembers all about tactics in tactical play. They are a mark for death for me. I don't think I can kill them. So what I don't want to do, and this was something that I learned at the ETC, when you are playing for points, at the moment I'm up. I do not want to make silly mistakes, and this is something I talk about, a lot about on our Vanguard Tactics mentorship program. That's that year-long course that we offer. And again, with the free masterclass with the ITC, I talk a lot about secondaries, and just because I could kill them doesn't mean I should, because if I try to go for that 1 point of secondary, I might risk losing the entire game. So I need to bank for the fact that I'll focus on the other unit. So this turn I'm going to try and kill that librarian, and maybe I can do that with my plane. So that's what I'm going to try and do over there. The Leviathan Dreadnought I'm going to smite. He's only got 2 wounds left. Maybe I can smite or executioner him to death, and then my Incarn can move over and kill that chaplain. Okay. The only other thing is then I'm going to struggle to get away from the Incarn from the intercessors, and they're another worry that I need to think about. So I could have moved my Incarn over before and stuff like that, but I need him to kill that Leviathan. So that's going to be the goal: kill the Leviathan, kill that Livy, kill the chaplain. That will hopefully pick me up 3 of my secondary points anyway, and a recon, and just get the hold more. So I'm going to take it easy this turn, get a kill. Jack's going to get the kill more. So I'm just basically playing defensive now, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the game, is really play defensively so I can keep my points and keep my lead. Anyway, see what I can do. Right guys, so that is the end of my turn 3, and I did exactly what I kind of set out to do, nearly messed myself up on recon, but basically I decided in the end to pull my Incarn back, so he advanced up onto the ruin because he can fly, just to keep him out safe of these horrible intercessors, because if I put him into the chaplain to get that 1 point, the intercessors move, and Jack's pretty smart. He knows how to play against the Incarn. He would pick him up and kill him with that many shots. And he's got the Scorpius, so I played defensively because although I might get 1, he'll get 4, and I'm not going to trade that. And that also means the Terminators, and if Jack had... How many CPs would have you needed?
Sorry, for what?
You know what we said about the double moving, advancing, charging?
Oh, need 2 CP.
2 CPs, and
got
all
one
of a
left.
sudden, the Termies could have been moving...
10 plus an advance.
Yeah, and then charging.
With a +3.
Yeah.
So they can motor.
Do you know what? I think maybe you should have kept the...
Librarian safe.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what it is. So I flew the plane over, and because the Librarian's got the fly keyword, I re-roll failed wounds. The plane picked him up. I smited off the Leviathan, and then I smited the unit over there of intercessors, killing 1 and causing a wound. So that was it, but I did pick up the hold more. Jack got the kill more. My troop master, this has kind of got me out of my hole of the recon, made a charge onto the chaplain to get me that quarter of the board there, so I've basically got another recon point. So I got my headhunter point for the Libby, mark for death for the Leviathan, and another recon. So at the end of that, it's currently 16-10 to me, going into Jack's turn 4. So this is something that I teach on the mentorship program, and also on my one-day masterclass that I've done here in the UK, and also will be doing over in the US this year. Is all about understanding where you're at in the battle, and then kind of deciding how you're going to proceed going forward. So at the moment, the end or the round turn 3 is a really important round for me, in something in which you can start to basically dictate the flow of the game, as I've sort of mentioned before. So as it stands, I'm up 16-10, so if I can just ensure that over the next 3 turns I get a hold and I get a kill every single turn, in just focusing on the lowest hanging fruit, and what I mean by that is the simplest kills and the simplest holds, then that's going to mean that I'm going to then get another basically 2 for 6 points, which takes me up to 22. I should get recon for another turn as well, which will take me up to 23. Now that means Jack is not only going to have to kill and hold every single turn for the next 3 turns to get him 6 points, he's also then going to have to basically try and kill more every turn to get him 9 points, and he's then going to have to try and get hold more every single turn to give him 12, and he would still be 1 point behind, because if I'm really careful and I don't let him get Kingslayer, then even if I don't achieve any of my other secondaries like Mark for Death or Headhunter, I'm then going to win just by 1 point. So that's what I'm going to focus on, but no doubt if Jack tries to push for that, then he may overstretch himself, and I might be able to get another Headhunter or another Mark for Death. And if he fails to get a kill more at any point, because I can now play extremely defensive, he's then not even going to get close. So that's my game strategy going forward, and this is why when you're in a tournament, guys, you can really start to plan your scoring as you go through the game. And now I'm literally going to switch to the defense. You'll probably see me back off, and that's kind of what I'm thinking as I'm going through this game. Right, Jack, we can do this turn.
So I think the plan this turn is to try and clear some of this stuff off the centre and start moving on to the centre to try and hold that objective.
A quick look. You've actually done your movement phase,
Yeah, I've
haven't
done
you?
my movement.
We forgot to do the
pre-game.
That's fine. But so anyway.
So I move my intercessors up,
Yeah.
So they're closest to the Farseer.
Yeah.
Some are in rapid range, and then we're 4 re-rolls.
Mm-hmm.
These scouts advanced, and they've got a 10 or 11 inch charge on them.
Doable.
Scorpius stood still.
Chaplain fell back.
Chaplain fell back.
And White Scars can still charge when they fall back.
Yeah.
Which is always nice.
And then the Terminator spent my last CP to combat squad them.
Yep. Why did you do that out of interest?
Otherwise, I've got a 300 point unit sitting in the corner doing nothing. You're going to ignore them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I might as well come out, start take some pressure, kill these Dire Avengers. Hopefully the charge distance will get me back up to here.
Yep.
And then next turn I can start making my way over, hopefully.
Yeah, and these guys are going to be so hard for me to kill, even with the incarn, but because you've got that 3-up and runnable save, do I want to risk that fight? Because every one of your hammers that goes through, I'm losing 3 wounds. That might not be a fight I want to pick. So, okay, mate, so we're going to go on to your... we'll get the overhead going now, and we're going to go on to your shooting phase.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack. How'd it go?
Yeah, good. I feel I did what I needed to do.
Yep.
So Intercessors moved up, and them combined with the Secondaries killed the Farseer.
So Scorpius.
Scorpius, keep doing it.
That was like a hybrid you just came up with, yeah.
Because I think the mortal wound output's my biggest threat at the moment.
Yeah,
with the
Smite and Executioner. Because if I roll Super Smite, boom, that's big.
Yeah, it's 9 damage potential there, mortal. So got rid of him, got me a kill as well. Moved his scouts up. Unfortunately, fell the long bomb charge into there, which had been great to get onto that objective.
But what did you roll over here?
These boys, though, so
rolled an 11.
They rolled an 11, got into the Dire Avengers, absolutely mulched them, and now they're in a really, really great position.
Yeah.
And I think
absolute slingshot manoeuvre.
With the firepower now and getting rid of the Farseer, because you could have brought the Farseer across and dealt with those, and then they would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're now sturdy enough to take what anything comes back, and then put the pressure on to Steve on his home objective there.
Yeah.
So starting to close in on the points slowly but surely.
That was definitely a mistake on my part by having him, the Farseer, closer.
Yeah.
But I put him within range to execution of these guys, but I got my smite off, you removed it, and then obviously... Anyway, that's how it goes. I should have played more defensive, but anyway, that's a mistake from me, and this is where, if you do make those small mistakes, you know, you get punished for it, and I've just been punished. So, nice. So you got, on this turn, a hold and a kill, so that gives you another 2 points.
Yeah.
Nice, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Just any more secondaries? No.
No, because it's
you've maxed.
I need to kill. Anything I can do is kill him now.
So I need to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Which now puts the pressure on me.
I think you win the game by keeping him safe at this point. So if you look at when you look at closing your ITC games out, Steve can look how many points, because he's got a healthy lead. If you give up 4 points, you get me right back in it. So it'd be interesting to have a look at that. We'll do it on the end of your turn recap.
Yeah.
We'll look at the points, and because that's going to start playing what we do with that incarn.
And this is something we teach on the masterclass and the mentorship, is understanding where you are in the game and then how to then plan for the remaining of the game so you can still win the battle by, you know, changing the tempo, changing the play, and going from offensive to defensive, which people don't. They just bury their head in the sand. Yeah. They think they're up and they keep pushing and pushing and pushing and ultimately lose. So
because I'm on the up at the moment.
Yeah.
I've got enough killing potential on the board. Your star's running out of assets. You can have to start going back into your shell, I think, and start protecting your lead, basically, which is 100%. What Eldar are built for, really.
Yeah, hit hard and then try to defend, basically, yeah. So it's on to my turn then.
Yeah.
Right, guys, so my turn 4. Basically, I'm going to fall these Dire Avengers back to make the charge with the Termies as hard as possible from Jack. I'm going to push up my Dire Avengers to basically block off any shooting there. And then what I'm going to do is probably fly my plane over to deal with the chaplain, and then try to get a charge on from my troop master into these intercessors to see what I can do there. And basically sacrifice him, but if I can tie up the intercessors, then I'm going to massively restrict Jack's ability to shoot me next turn. If I can get rid of these scouts, that'll be nice as well. But I'm asking a lot from myself at this point, so maybe I can bring the income back this way, maybe get a cheeky smite off on the scouts, whittle them down, maybe put some Dire Avenger shots into them, charge in. But if I fail that charge, that is going to be massive. But I need to remember again to get myself a recon, so I can't not do that as well. So I'm really spread thin here. I need to get that recon point. It'd be nice to get that headhunter. So let's see what I can do. Right, so the end of my turn 4. Those guys, do you want to pan the camera over and I can talk you through kind of what I've done here. So these guys advance back, staying within 2 inches of this objective, just to give Jack the hardest possible job for a charge over there. I brought everything back over here, so this guy here will be the closest model to them if they come forward, or the plane will be. He smited and shot, but I only killed 2 scouts, which wasn't great. I failed Jinx, also not great. I only did 1 damage on the smite, and then my plane over there failed to kill the chaplain because he made you passed all your invulns, didn't you?
Yeah.
But what did happen was Troop Master legged it across and then picked up a lieutenant. So that did get me a kill and another headhunter point. So I sacrificed him, but he also then finished off my recon, so that play was worth 2 victory points for me, so I thought it was worth it. But Jack did get the kill more, he got a hold, so Jack's now on 13 and I'm up to 21 because I got the hold more, and a kill, and then I got another headhunter and my recon, so 21 plays, yeah.
13.
So it's Jack's turn 5, let's see what we can do. So in that, as I mentioned earlier from the last roundup, as we can see, pretty much what we predicted there, but compared to what I said last time, I was able to get the hold more, and that's probably the last turn I can get that, which is good. That gives me 1 more point than I was expecting to get as a minimum, and then also doing that slightly aggressive play there with the Troop Master, that's no longer any value to me. Because he's probably going to die where his position was anyway, so he's going to give up a kill, so I may as well get that leverage out of him, get that recon, and also get that headhunter. So that was really good from that play there, and basically I'm 3 points up more than I expected at this point, so that's absolutely fantastic, and now I can really start playing defensively, because I know I should, as long as I don't mess up, have this game. Right, Jack, what are you going to do?
So my turn 5, I need to bring the Terminators across. I need to be hopeful to make this charge against these Avengers because I really need to hold ball now.
Yeah.
Intercessor's probably just going to move forward. I need to try and clear into here. Ideally push on objective. The scouts can get in, moving across there.
Yeah. Because their objective's secured, obviously. Yeah, so if they move in advance, they're in.
I'm relying on the Scorpius to kill.
A Troop Master.
The Troop Master.
Yeah.
Not going to be not a given.
Chaplain.
Chaplain, he's not really doing much now. So I'll probably just advance him. Oh, actually, your flyer's got to go that way. 20
inches, yeah.
So I'll probably tuck around the corner.
Yeah.
On this side, so the flyer can't shoot him.
Yeah, nice. Because I have to pivot this way, so as long as he's out of there, I won't be able to shoot him. So you'll keep him alive, and that'll be a I think point you deny me.
The Intercessors won't be able to do much this turn because the flyer is going to be closer. When I move them across, I won't be able to kill this Warlock with them.
Yeah. Maybe the Dire Avengers though. Kill them.
I don't think I'll be able to get the angle round to shoot them. I think so. Maybe they go back and kill the Troop Master. To be honest, at this stage.
Yeah.
Fair
enough.
I don't know. He's having a think.
So you potentially you could get the bonus if they make that charge, the Termies.
Yeah.
You get the bonus point and the hold more.
Yeah, potentially.
So it could be done. You could score some big points here.
Yeah.
It's all to play for, but it's tight. You're gonna need to have 2 good turns.
I need to kill the Incarn.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, which I think at this stage.
But I haven't really got any of my mark for deaths.
Yeah.
So we're kind of even there. You haven't got any engineers. I don't. Oh, but you don't have Kingslayer either.
No.
It is such a hard one, Kingslayer on him, because.
I think like if the Leviathan killed him when he should have, and the Hellblasters when they had the opportunity, then I'll probably win in this game.
Yeah. He's so tough though with 9 wounds and 4 up invuln.
Yeah.
And I can lightning fast him.
Yeah.
Right, best of luck, mate. Right, Jack, how'd your turn go?
Right, so it went well. Moving the scouts over here.
Let's have a quick zoom on in.
So move my scouts across.
Yeah.
Advance the Intercessors because otherwise guys can charge after.
Yep.
I shot the Scorpius at the Troop Master and killed him.
No longer there.
Took both rounds to get them done.
Yep.
These guys advanced up.
Yep.
Terminators moved up over there.
And they made a charge, didn't
they? They made the charge.
Killed that unit. So now you've got that objective.
I've got the bonus.
And your objective.
And the bonus.
And the bonus. You're going to get a bonus point this turn.
And killed the Warlock as well.
For another kill.
Yeah.
So you killed 2 units this turn.
Yeah.
Headhunter would have been a good secondaries for you.
3 units.
3 units, yeah.
Yeah, because the Troop Master Warlock and those Dire Avengers.
Nice, yeah. I think Headhunter would have been maybe a better one against me, but rather than Kingslayer, because I can just play so defensively with Incarn.
Yeah.
Nice, mate. Good. Oh, I need to see the Incarn, when an Eldari model dies within 6 inches of him, which within the Warlock, he gets a wound back. So do I get a wound back? Yes, I do. Nice. So he's only taken 1 now. Yeah. Cool. Right. So, over to me then. Right guys, so my turn 5, I've got not much to do here. I'm just going to basically get a free charge with the Incarn into these intercessors, and then what I'm going to do is hopefully consolidate some models onto there to get me that objective. So that's kind of the plan with that. The plane, I won't be able to kill the chaplain. Might come over here to kill the scouts, maybe get me an easy kill. Yeah, because I doubt I'm going to kill his captain, because you've got a 4 convertible save, haven't you? Yeah. So it's unlikely to happen. I'm not going to kill the Scorpius in a turn of shooting. Yeah, so the Incarn's got 2 turns to kill these intercessors. The plane, I can't do anything over here. So basically Jack's always, I just need to keep this centre objective to stop getting Jack getting that bonus point. Killing these scouts would be helpful. So maybe I can chuck some smites in, get my charge in, and then see what I can do. Right guys, so very quick turn from me, flew the plane over. Do you want to pan on over, Jack, so you can show the guys what we've been up to? So there's nothing I can do about these Terminators, so I just flew the plane over here. Yeah. I did a cheeky smite with the Incarn, casted reroll 1s to hit on himself. The plane picked up 3 of these scouts, the Incarn charged in, killed 4. He killed 2 from the psychic power.
He killed 5 in combat, he killed 7.
Yeah, killed 7, yeah. That was good. And then 2 failed morale.
Yeah.
So that was that unit wiped. So that does get me now a hold. I get a kill, but not kill more because you killed
3. Yeah,
and by the way guys, I'm using this new ITC app. And again, I'll put the link below in the description for you, because it's really cool. I really like it. So well done to the guys that have made this ITC app. So I got the kill, got the hold. Don't get the hold more anymore.
No.
Don't get the bonus. You killed 3 units?
Yeah, so I kill more and hold more.
You got that, yeah. So you basically got 5 points that turn. And then I did get the mark for death for my 2nd point.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
What's the score?
The score at the moment is 24-18. So as we mentioned guys, 24-18 to me, but as I sort of alluded to earlier, all I need to do is get that kill and that hold every single turn. Now, Jack did make some really good plays, and you can see what a fantastic player. He's able to put that pressure on and really start to come back, which he has done, getting a big 5 points, which to be honest I didn't expect, but I think I've still made enough of the gap there to make sure I secure this victory. But I did make one mistake, and that was I should not have killed those scouts. I should have put more attention into those intercessors. But actually I got, I suppose, quite lucky with him failing that morale check and me actually killing 7. So my thought was, hopefully I'd get the easy kill on the scouts and then work on the intercessors in the next turn. But it is what it is, but I did then pick up that mark for death point, which was a bonus I wasn't expecting earlier. So sometimes leaving those sort of squishy, easy to kill units are good, just to make sure you can guarantee an easy kill for that primary on that sort of next turn. So we'll see what Jack can do in his next turn, and I think we'll be pretty tight on the old scores. So yeah, do you want to talk this turn through? Yeah. Because we probably can at this point. So essentially, what can you do?
Scorpius, kill Dire Avengers.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it, right?
You won't be able to kill anything.
No.
So I'll get kill more, hold more.
You would get kill, hold more, hold more. Yep.
Yeah. Because then in return you're just guessing your Incarn is the only thing that could hold that objective.
Yeah. All I'm going to do is see if my plane can kill 1 character, but that would be.
I'd probably put the character in there.
Probably hide in.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So you get your hold.
So I'd get a hold point. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's it. At the end of that, 25-22. Jack, good game, mate. Close game, only 3 points in it from... You were slightly out deployed, weren't you?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do a summary. So Jack, what are your thoughts, mate, on that game?
It was an interesting one. I think I didn't do himself any favours at the beginning with some questionable deployment.
Questionable. Questionable deployment there.
But came back into it.
At the end of the day, first time you've used the army, right?
Yeah. There's so much rules here to get your head round, and like a full Space Marine book, a full White Scars. So I think, and I mean, as we said at the beginning, like these lists isn't buffed up to the nines at the moment.
Yeah.
But still, it kicked out some punch. It was good.
It just wouldn't die.
Yeah. I think that they're really resilient. Lots of Primaris, these 2 wounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that's going to start changing the meta, I think. It's quite exciting. And they do what they should be doing. They stick around, they survive, and they can kick out a punch in return.
Those doctrines as well. Yeah. Great. I think your deployment was probably, it set you on the back foot.
Yeah.
I think really as we sort of said, I know why you deployed like you did, because you were worried I just put my objective over here.
Yeah.
But I think if you put your entire army and castle up in that corner on your one objective, you stop me from getting my turn 1 charge off, you keep your engineers alive.
Yeah.
In losing engineers lost you that game.
Yeah, so I lost by 3 points, and I only scored 4 secondary points. So I think in ITC, if you only score 4 secondaries, you probably deserve to lose the game.
You do, yeah.
So bad secondary choices rolled up with a bad deployment.
Yeah.
But saying that, they stuck around to the end. They pushed forwards. They eventually got table ball control.
Yeah.
Those Terminators were good.
But also the Terminators didn't only just obliterate everything they touched, but they also, that flexible, like combat flexibility to combat squad was really good. And also, they're such a threat, I can't risk going into combat with them. Because if you tank your 3 up invulnerable saves, you smash my Incarn to pieces, and that is a fight I'm not going to pick. So all of a sudden, that is, for me, I'm like, that's a big problem.
Yeah, because as you said, if you bounce off my Storm Shields, I'm hitting back with damage 4 hammers. I'll be hitting on 4s, but wounding on 3s.
And I've got a 4 up invuln. So if 2 of those go through, that kills me basically, because I've already lost a wound anyway. I'm not going to risk it.
Yeah. But only 3, even if 4 wounds with 6 of feel their pain, that should be enough.
Yeah.
You should be dead. So, you want them to be in the middle, beating up everything, don't you? Like that's what you kind of want them. But actually, in that game, they did some absolute work.
But you could have also, if you'd have castled up in that corner and literally brought them down mid-table.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, well, I can't go within. What do you move? 5 inches.
Yeah.
And then you've got a big charge with a +3.
Yeah.
I have to stay like 17 inches away from you.
Yeah.
Because now, even if you're 12 inches away on a charge, you're on a 9.
Yeah.
That's doable.
And they got the strat to roll 3d6 a bit higher, so.
And you can use a CP reroll.
Yeah, so there's lots of.
You can use them as a real bully unit.
Yeah.
And I would have struggled. Yeah. I really think.
You're listing up the tools to kill them.
No, nothing.
Because it's.
I'd have had to just use my. I'd have had to smite and execution to death.
That would have done the trick.
But if you'd have had your librarian hidden behind them, maybe you get some denies off.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm going to struggle with that. So my psychic powers are what's going to win me that game.
Yeah.
But it's still hard. It's not easy. So I think that was a really good game, mate. Really enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed the new rules. There's some interesting strats.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good strats. You've got choices. There's some nice warlord traits and relics. You can actually do something with them now, which you just couldn't do before. So it's a great time to be a Space Marine player. Definitely.
So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that battle report. Now, before you go, remember, sign up to the free ITC masterclass. Jack's signing up now. It'll help him pick his secondaries. Sign up for that. The link is below. Just look for ITC masterclass. It's completely free. All you need to do is pop your email address in and you set up a free account on our brand new membership site. So grab it while it is hot, okay? And then also there is an ITC quiz at the end and you can test your knowledge of the ITC rules at the end of that. So anyway, it's completely free. So lists, again, all the links are below. And if you like this video, make sure you hit subscribe and check out our next video, which is going to be all about White Scars.